Are you trying to learn how to use autotune properly? Are you trying to mix your vocals in a better way? Well, then this video might be perfect for you, because in this video I'm going to break down for you guys exactly how to properly use autotune in 2021. For those who are new here, my name is Nav. I'm the first brown boy to get it poppin'. I'm just kidding. Okay. According to this weird ass website that I found, autotune is basically just a software that pitches your voice to the correct pitch when needed. As you can see on the screen right here, I uploaded a project I made. I'm gonna let you guys listen with the autotune turned on so far, and so you guys can hear like what it sounds like so far. I got a devil by my side, trying to tell me do it wrong. Toss it to the side, yeah, I found a new hope. You don't gotta tell me what I should know. If it ain't about my pockets, I don't want to know. Cause I grew up in a bad street, ooh, nah, nah. Pull up fully Fendi, ooh, nah, nah. I just wanna see. So you guys can hear there's a little bit of autotune working on it. And this is the plugin that I'm going to display to you guys. It's Waves-Tune Autotune. And let's start off with the basics. So before you can properly use autotune, you need to get the key right. Basically, if you make the beat yourself, the key is basically the first note of the 808, if you've done it right. And if you don't know it, there are various tools on the internet. So you can use like TuneBat, you can use like many sites on the internet. Just upload the beat and he'll find out the key for you. In this case, it's the C minor. So all you gotta do is press the C. And over here, you can find all the scales. So on top, you have the most popular ones. You have like major, minor, harmonic minor. But to be honest, these are the most popular ones. And the more you go downwards like this, the more unpopular they are, and like they're being used less. The two major parts of autotune are the speed and the note transition. You can think it's kind of like difficult for some people to understand the difference between these two, but think of the speed as to how fast does autotune react to a certain note. If I show you guys an example, let's put the note transition on 0.1, the fastest. If I put the speed on 800, like, or let's say around 270, and I'll show you guys what it sounds like. It's a little bit working because the note transition is 0.1, but it does not react that fast. Let's put it as 0.1 so you guys can hear the difference. Instantly, like it works instantly, and that's the thing with the speed. And the note transition is how fast does autotune like transition from one note to the other. So if you put the note transition on 0.1, you can think of like it's gonna be harsh sounds, and if you put it on a larger number, you can think of it as like more smooth. So I'm gonna show you guys 0.1 again, or like I'm gonna show you guys a little bit smoother. And now 0.1, very harsh. It's really where it gets like robotic kind of sounds. But if you like this style, this is the way to go. Nice. Now over here you can see correction. It's basically how much correction you want to add to the vocals. It's just like a minor detail, but I leave it at 100, or I usually always leave it at 100, and then play around with the note transition and speed. And over here you can see the formant, and the formant is basically, so each vocal has a kind of characteristics to it. So it has a vocal tone. So usually I suggest leave the formant corrected, because if you don't, then like vocals, if they go very low, autotune will make them kind of like sound Darth Vader. And if you put them very high, you'll kind of like sound like Mickey Mouse or Alvin and the Chipmunks. I'm gonna let you guys listen. So this is it normal. And if I put it on not corrected, just pay attention to how the tone of my just pay attention to how the tone of this vocal changes. I just suggest keep it corrected. If you want to sound more artificial, more like robotic in this case, put non-corrected. I mean, whatever you like, just do whatever you like. This part, by the way, is basically just how much correction is being done to the vocal. So you see, every like pink or purple block or whatever you're trying to call it, that's like the amount of correction. If I put the correction less, you can see it'll be less purple or pink blocks filled. Now this part right here is where the keys are being defined, which one you want to skip and which one not. As you can see, there's all these pink blocks with stripes on it. If you have nothing on it, like these notes, that means they're legal. So take a listen. Left me all alone, and never thought I would ride. They play only the keys where there's nothing on it. If you click one of these notes again, it'll send the note to the nearest note up, like upwards. If I click it again, nearest note downwards. And this thing right here, that means there's no pitch correction at all. So Autotune is not working on that certain note. Left me all alone, and never thought I would ride. Papa, no, don't left me all alone, and never thought I would ride.
You probably say it a million times a day.
And right now I'm adjusting for a single note like this. But if you would like to adjust for the whole range, say your artist like can do 3 octaves or sings and all kind of stuff, you can press group octaves right here. And every change you make, you see, is being adjusted for all of them. So that's group octaves in case you want to make the changes for the whole range. Now over here you see all these different types of ranges. That's just basically if you like know what kind of singer your artist is, you can just give him the certain kind of range. So you have the bass, lower notes, the baritone, tenor, alto. I usually always keep it a generic. That's because I honestly don't know every time what kind of singer the artist is. It's just like a minor detail. And that's the range. Now, one of the last things I want to show you guys is the reference tone. I don't think it's too necessary in FL20 or if you're like producer, but if you like you have an artist in the studio and he's like singing and he can't hit a certain note. So for example, he's trying to sing and he's like, yo, I can't hit it. What's the note? You press reference tone and you just click like the note that the artist wants to hit. So like, yes, I know what it is again. I can sing it along. That's just like a quick thing that comes in. It might be of good use to you guys. And I think those are the main settings you really need to know on how to use Waves-Tune Autotune properly. Now in my case, I always like don't add too much to it. I just like say work on the vocals yourself and then like add Autotune to help you a little bit. But it just depends on preference. So if you like a robotic sounds, if you want to get into Travis Scott kind of sounds. So in this case,
I got pain in my eyes when I look at the TV. How does it make sense when you're not able to feel me? Even if I cry, oh, you can't see me, cause I can never be you, and you can never
whatever,
be me.
That's basically all you need to know on how to use Autotune properly. Now the Autotune I'm using right here is from Waves-Tune. It's a very famous one. It's being used by very famous engineers, artists and all that stuff. So they put sales a lot of time. So I bought this one when it was on sale. I think it was $40, but they put regular sales. So if you're broke like I was, or like I still am, and you want to buy Autotune, I suggest just wait till like 4th of July or like till Eastern or whatever kind of holiday. They put sales very often. You make use of that sale and it's worth the money. I mean, you can hear it, it does the job, and it's very like easy to use. Right, and that's the last thing I had to say. So y'all stay safe, take care, and I could never be a vlogger, but stay safe, take care.